And good morning, y'all. Hey, this is Old Man Gib. And today, in the next episode of The Battle for Our Brain and Our Soul, part three, I want to discuss what is it? Well, a couple things, but mainly, um, I've noticed with me that, like, whatever I'm listening to or whatever I'm watching, um, about the last hour and a half before I go to sleep has a very, very large impact on what it is that I dream about or what my mind is running over and over as I'm trying to get to sleep. So, got a few questions for y'all. What are you watching before you go to bed? Are you watching something that is uplifting and happy, makes you laugh, makes you feel light and just refreshed? Or are you watching something real heavy that's depressing, full of death, or something that makes you sad? If you are, I would encourage you to watch something that makes you laugh or happy, something that just relaxes you in a very, very positive way. So for me, what that means is no horror movies, no movies with a lot of violence, a lot of sex, a lot of hatred towards one another, anything like that. Last night I slept absolutely awesome once I got to sleep. It took me a little bit to get to sleep because I really wasn't tired. But now what I did is I went on YouTube and I was watching different videos that just has like a little looping view of like a library in an old log cabin. The fire crackling over here, thunder and lightning outside with the sound of rain on a tin roof. And to me, that is just so relaxing. And I just sat there and I listened to that. I watched it. I spent a little bit of time in prayer. And boy, did I just noticed my whole attitude, my whole body just relaxed. Like any stress and all that just flushed right off of me. Now, boy, that was awesome. Also, something else I've noticed is, excuse me, music. If you're listening to a lot of like thrash metal, death metal, heavy punk rock, anything that gets you, that can greatly affect what your mind and your body, your soul, your spirit. You're gonna find it real hard to relax and get that deep, refreshing, rejuvenating sleep. So I would encourage you, don't watch that stuff. Don't listen to that stuff. Once again, with music, listen to something that's going to calm you out, just nice and mellow. Maybe for you, it's orchestra or classical, Bach, Beethoven, Chopin, something like that. Maybe it's Native American flute music or Native Australian music on the didgeridoo, or singing bowls. Whatever it is that calms you out. Jazz, nice soft jazz works real good too. Just calms you down, puts your mind in a set of peace and tranquility, and you will find that will just drastically change your whole mindset and all that, and will help you to relax and sleep. And also, too, if you find like when you're driving down the road, you have a real big problem with road rage, someone cuts you off, well, you just go, you're ready to pull them over and beat the living fire out. What are you listening to? What are you listening to in your podcast or in the music? I want you to consider this because I've noticed that, and boy, did I used to have a problem with road rage. Wow. Such a problem that I stopped carrying a firearm with me because I was actually afraid that I might actually use it on someone. So, and now this has been years ago, but still, yeah, it could have been a real issue there for a while. So, what I'm asking you is, what are you listening to? If you're going down the road and you're in heavy traffic and you're listening to something, let's say, like Rammstein, or some type of thrasher metal, something that's like just gets you all fired up, right? That might not be the thing you want to listen to in heavy traffic where people are really irritating you. Put on something that's calming, relaxing, that you can just like, man, yeah, it don't matter. I got all day, and just sit there and cruise on down the road. Also, another thing I've noticed, do you smile? And I'm serious. Do you smile? Whether you're at home, whether you're out in public or not, do you smile? I've noticed that oftentimes when I get upset, frustrated, if I just stop and smile, and it don't have to be some growl type smile, just crack a grin, and it seems like that stress and that anger just start to slowly wash away, so smile. Here's a good story. The other day, I had taken my mother up to a small town not too far from us. I had an eye appointment, and she went with me, and then we went to Walmart shopping. And she went into the women's clothing there looking for some specific clothing. Well, there was this gal running her cart through there and all that. She didn't look like she was in too good a mood. And she looked at Mom. My mother just smiled at her. Never said a word, just smiled at her. And as she come by me, I heard her saying that's what she loved about this town, was that everybody was so friendly, and that when she was in a bad mood, it seemed like it never failed that someone would smile at her. And I saw her later in the store, and she was just bouncing around all happy and all. Nobody had to say a word to her. My mother just simply smiled at her. Mom didn't even know it. I was talking to her on the way back and was telling her about it, and then she got all tickled, and it made her day better that inadvertently she made somebody happy, and that should be our goal in life, folks, to be happy within ourselves and in a wholesome way, and share that happiness with those around us. It doesn't cost us anything. It's free of charge, and you never know. For all we know, that woman may have been planning to go out and hurt herself or hurt somebody else, and then Mom cracked a smile and just broke that entire thing down, and then she was a happy camper. So if you don't smile, start. It's real simple. When you get out of the shower, look at yourself and just smile. You don't got to do none of this reaffirming stuff and all that. Just smile. Smile at yourself. When you're feeling bad, you get angry, stop, step back, just smile. Just feel how it feels on your face, the difference between a frown and a smile. You almost can't help but your joy level and your happiness and all that rise up when you smile. It's it's real simple, and like I said, it don't cost you nothing. It's free. It's not like you got to go buy a smile certificate, a smile license, or anything like that. So smile, and understand what it is that we fill with our thoughts with is what's going to bleed down into our soul, and whatever's in our soul is going to fill our thoughts. So if you're like me and you're looking for happier, better days, better nights, to get rid of the anger, get rid of the just, oh my goodness, I gotta break something. What are you filling your mind with? And now I noticed for me that it really helps. That when I get that way, just open my Bible and read one verse, not chapters, just one verse. Then meditate on that. What does that mean? I've got an itch, sorry. And what does it mean to me? And then as I'm meditating on that, I'll put on some calming, relaxing music. And I just sit there and I will think about that. Okay, what does, for example, let's say, whatsoever a man soweth will he reap. Okay, then I will sit and I will just think about that. Okay, what am I sowing? What am I putting out there? Am I putting out good, positive things in the world? Or am I putting out a lot of negative, a lot of hatred, a lot of anger, a lot of pride and arrogance? Look at me, man. Am I putting that out? Because if I'm putting that out, that's what I'm going to receive from other people. That's what I'm going to receive from the Father. But if I go back and and I'm putting out a simple smile to somebody, or a how you doing today? Can I get that door for you, sir? Can I get that door for you, ma'am? Am I putting good, positive stuff out there? If I am, that's what I'm going to receive. Another scripture is, store not your treasures up on earth where moth and rust doeth corrupts, but store up your treasure in heaven where it's eternal. Okay, am I sitting here doing everything I can to gather all the stuff, the fancy boats, the jet skis, the cars, the motorcycles, the prettiest women, or the prettiest, the prettiest boys and men, oh, my neighbor's got a BMW, or so I've got to go get the newest BMW, or they got a Cadillac, I got to go get a Lexus. Am I doing that, or am I putting out there, storing up stuff like smiling to that person and making their day, seeing somebody over there struggling in the parking lot trying to get something in their car, go help them. Pulling to the gas station and there's a fella out there holding a sign that says, need gas to get to my next location because he's run out of money. So I go and I top off his tank. Things like that are free. Okay, yeah, topping off somebody's tank might cost you a few bucks. Buying somebody lunch might cost you a few bucks. But folks, it's not what can I gain from those people. It's what's going to be waiting for me up here. Because my reward here is seeing the excitement and the happiness on that person's face because somebody helped them without any thought of recompense. What can you do for me? Okay. Now I know some of you are going to say, "Well, man, these beggars are professionals. They're living in $250,000 homes, yada yada." I don't care about that. If you see somebody or someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, can you spare a few?" Give them a few. If they ask you for $5, give them $10. What is that? One pack of cigarettes? Whoop-de-doo. One Starbucks coffee. So what it's not what we're going to gain here in this life, but what we're going to gain in the next life, laying our treasures up in heaven. That's what we should be looking towards. That's why I say it's so important is what are you filling your mind with? What are you filling your soul with? Because that's the battle we fight. For we don't fight against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities of the air, and spiritual wickedness in high places. That is where our battle is. And if you've never fought that battle, you're on the wrong team. Because I guarantee you, if you join repent, and are saved, now you'll know what the fight is, because Satan don't like that. He's going to come at you with everything he's got. So my encouragement to you is be careful what you put in your mind, what you put in your heart before you go to bed, what you're filling it with during the day, because these things are going to affect your entire attitude, your mentality, everything. And smile. And with that, hey, may the good Lord bless all of you. I pray that He blesses you in every need. This is Old Man Gibb, and I will talk to you all in the next one.